Hey guys, this is Aaron coming at you with a video about the parts manager position and exactly what that position does in detail with all the systems we've been going over in this section. So Christy here is a master of this position. She's really the person that pioneered this for us when we first started focusing on parts and realizing how much money could be saved and how much more efficient we could make the shop. So Christy, I'm gonna hand it off to you. You're not nervous, are you?
Just a little.
Just a little? Don't be nervous. There's only like 10 people watching this right now.
Okay.
1,000.
10,000?
No, I'm just kidding.
Well, that'd be great if it was 10,000, but probably not. So the job really starts with the advisor getting done with the ticket and then handing the ticket off to the parts manager. So where do we go from there? When it gets handed off to this position, what happens next?
Okay, so when Heather or Sam sells a ticket, they hand it over to your parts manager. It's your parts manager's job to go through and try to find cheaper parts that will increase your parts margin. But when I do say cheaper parts, I don't want to say that they're not good quality parts. We are still looking for good quality parts that we can put on the vehicle for our customers. So what they'll do is they'll usually start by, most of our parts are quoted off of WorldPac, but we do have a few other sources that we use, such as SSF or Northside. So what they would do is they'll take the ticket with our part sheet on it, and they'll go through and they'll shop to get the best price for each individual part. Get that order submitted. Once they do have the order submitted, they will take the ticket over to our waiting on parts bin and wait for parts to get here. When parts do get here, they will take them and they will dispatch them over to a technician.
All right, so in that scenario, if you have an American Asian shop only and we use the same system for them, it might be using O'Reilly along with WorldPac, Advanced, AutoZone, Napa, whatever's the strong one in your area. And it's the same thing. You're just going to jump on there, use their same digital parts catalog, and then make your choices from there, correct?
Right. Mm-hmm.
All right, so walk us through. This is our waiting for parts bin, and this is the overflow section here. So walk us through what you're doing here.
Okay, so this here is a part sheet. So anytime that we order parts, what we do is we put where exactly the part is coming from. We put the date that it was ordered and the person's initials on there to verify that that part has been ordered. Once you do have your parts ordered, you'll take your ticket and put it into our waiting on parts bin. And then you'll also refer back to the board to make sure that the ticket has been moved over to waiting on parts. In that case, I do believe the magnet has been, and most of the time too, what we try to is always update our hours on the magnet too. That always helps with the strap foreman coming in and trying to dispatch to the other technicians and so forth, and then you'll total your hours up here in these blocks.
All
so.
right. No, go ahead, sorry.
No, I was going to say, so the magnet stays here until your parts do get here. When your parts do arrive, you want to check them in one by one. So you can look at the WorldPac labels. Most of the time they will have the customer's last name, which you put under the purchase order comment. And a lot of times some of our parts managers will put the technician's last name, so we know exactly who these parts are going to be dispatched to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find our part sheet, which that is for Mr. James, which is here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through each individual part number and check it in to make sure that it has been accounted for before I actually dispatch it over to a technician. So here looks like we've got the cylinder head gasket set, we've got the timing belt kit, and then we have a few other components in here. Also, when you're checking in parts and when you're ordering parts, you want to pay special attention to the quantity to make sure that you do get the correct quantity ordered and not have to go back and order more and have the technician waiting for those parts when he's ready to move on. So cylinder head bolt. And the intake valves. So we've got all those there. So I'm going to take all these parts with my ticket and I'm going to dispatch them over here to Swords. Put all my parts there. I do have them checked in. So I'll take my part sheet and put that behind, so we do have our actual tech sheet here. I'll move over to our board. Customer's name is James, find the magnet of James, and then I'm going to move that down to Swords Repair, and then I'll take the ticket and put it into her bin. So now when she comes in, that she'll see that she's got the tickets, parts are here, and that she is ready to start on repairs for that vehicle.
Okay guys, so you now see how the parts manager position works. You're able to see how the parts flow, what the responsibilities are. They do these every single day, over and over and over, and they really take all that load off of the advisors, so the advisors can focus on selling and focus on giving amazing customer service. That's the goal. All right guys, we're going to see them in the what? Just say next video.
Next video.
Next video.